play ball. Here we are, after flipping the coin, checking the coin, and keeping the coin. Congratulations, here we are at the beginning of the playoffs for the battle of the final 16 team for Season 9 of the NATTS in the Hooligan Division. As you can say, it's a blizzarding weather here in the stadium here. The Ogres are facing the Khemri team. It's a hugely looked forward to rematch. As we all remember, last time this battle happened did not go the way the Ogres wanted it. This time they are here to get their sawing revenge. As we can see, the Khemri team here, they've brought anything they've got left. They have stacked anything and everyone they've got. Nothing left in the tank. It's all on the field. Someone's thrown a pack of cigarettes on the field. The poor lad's down. Told you he was too young to start smoking. And here we go. First blow of the day. And it's a palatable stun. Right, second hit. Same as the first, except it's a little bit louder and a little bit worse. No, it's definitely worse. Didn't even break his armor. And right, here comes the rest of the fine strapping lads jogging their way up into the front line. Well, there's three good solid pows, and he's got 3 players down. Now, as we notice here, once again, he's only got the 2 reserves in the Blizzards. Is he going to stick to the same nasty and crippling version of the game he did? We do all remember here, 3,000 old ancient gold coins given to Constable Frank led to one of the most topsy-turvy cold games we have seen in a long time. Yeah, well done, young lads. Got the ball. And no fouling so far. Right, Khemri team, what are you going to do about this one? As we can see, they have brought everything in. The fans are supporting them. They have brought even more solid gold coins, and they have the babes. But this is it. There is no tomorrow for either of these teams. Winner of this goes on to a final game in the Hooligan Division, and then automatically qualifies for the last of the 16 spots for the playoffs of Season 9 in what has proven to be quite the tearing them up division. Hooligan teams have not pulled a single punch here. Khemri team heavily favoured going in. Just nothing has gone quite right. They've got one player here, of course, sore back and all, carrying the team all season. It's all going to come down to him. And hopefully the rest of his team, if they can actually figure out, well, how to actually hit these bloody things. Well, here comes the rest of the lads here, as we can see. This is the continuing of the turn 0 problem with stuns. He's staying down for an extra turn. This, of course, is completely incorrect interpretation of the rules. He should have actually flipped at the end of turn 1. We can see here turn 2 still hasn't flipped because the game still does not understand what a turn fucking 0 is. Focus. Get on actually making it fit the rules. Well, that's my rant for the day. Well, just one. Now, it's rant for the game then. There's going to be a rant for the next game probably. And speaking of rant, Face now. Has taken out half the Ogre team. This is the break the Khemri have been waiting for, and they're getting right stuck in. There's a solid hit. He quickly dodges away. How does the rest of the Khemri team want to run this play? As we note, no reserves this game. It's everything he's got on the pitch. And it's a surprisingly conservative play here by the Khemri team. With the exception of that one quick little jab, he's falling back. However, knowing the blizzard conditions here, the Khemri team cannot exactly dare to get in there and hope things go quite right. Of course, it does limit the passing game, but as we all know, what passing game unless they're throwing the little buggers? And yes, it does actually apply if you're throwing snotlings. Well, there's a bonehead at a bad time. The blitz is pissed away, but he chooses once again. He's not re-rolling these things. He's keeping things very conservative. Oh, good job, young lad. Good job. Gets a solid jab in. And finally, this poor little sucker has gotten back in. Is anyone else? Well, it's the one Diet. He does get the push away. And the Ogres have decided to stay very conservative indeed. There's another solid strike into the poor little bugger. And, well, good thing he's got so much cigarette still stuck to him there. Now, smoking seems to have saved his life. He's covered in the bloody things and adds extra armor to him. Right, finally the Ogres do manage to get a nice good swing in. Still nothing cracking, unlike the previous game here. The Khemri have definitely decided to harden up their wraps of armor here with some of the best plaster of Paris they can actually find. Anything else that will do. This is it, lads. This is it. This is the game. Well, he's made a Sonical attack on the side there. 1 in 36. Has to re-roll it. Gets the punch away. And that is now the commitment. The Ogres are going left. I say again, they're going left. You have to sell it out loud in here, because they often figured out which way, if you paint the letters on the feet, which one actually is left. People have told them, stick their hands out, see which one forms an L. And they always ask you, what's an L? Apparently they're unable to stick their hands out in any shape other than a fist. Well, here's a solid hit. The lad's down, but not out. Khemri, once again, having to be extremely conservative on this drive. It's all about containment, as they're realizing maybe the blizzard's actually going to come in handy. That does limit how far the little buggers can get thrown. Turn 5. Oh, no shot of whiskey there. Right. Well, you got to stay warm in this booth sometime. Open fucking air, my ass. And the Ogres are deciding they may need to actually change up which direction. Now there's a solid hit. He's down and he's stunned. But still not the breaks they've been hoping for all this drive. And the Ogres are deciding finally they're going to get stuck in. With the interesting slipperiness of the terrain here, even the Snotlings are not deciding to GFI as much as possible, considering one of the skills bought by one of his skanky little lads here was, of course, the sure feet. Where's that little cheeky bugger? There he is. God love you. And once again, Face Gnome ravages the left side of the Ogres, and that is the signal for the Khemri. If they're going to stop this drive, now's the time. It allows a quick breakaway in the rear. And here comes the rest of the lads. This is actually giving a chance here for the Khemri team to actually show, yes, amazingly enough, speed. Yes, you heard that right. It's a speed for the Khemri team. And there's a quick push me, push you. And he does decide to mark the little bugger up. Is this the full commitment? And now it's the continuation of the screen. He even decides to keep the rest of his Tomb Guardians in position. That's some good stuff. I should drink this for the anniversary, but you had to drink something that's at least more than 2 years old for this match. You gotta pay the team's correct respect now, don't you? And it is turn 6. Can the Ogres finally break a L through? He makes the dodge away. He's gone. How about you, lad? Everybody has this one completely surrounded. Is there anything else? Nope, he's going to make up another screen. Well, it's a solid screen, alright. Khemri, they may have stopped this drive in the snow. Oh, but then the real question is, can they actually score this one back? Both teams incredibly conservative with their rerolls. Neither one's really rolling. They can cut this tension with a chainsaw. Here's the blitz in. He's got him. He's down, but does he commit? No, he does not. He's decided, again, continuing the screen. And this is about as solid a screen as you can get. He makes the risky 2 dice uphill. He gets the push away. And that is everything. It's turn 7. This is the turn. And of course it's more push me, push you. And it continues to be push me, push you. Finally, solid contact. The bell is rung. He has found a way to rattle the brain inside that dust-filled container. And he does finally clear things around the snotling. And the rest of the Ogres quite stuck in. He has the skeleton completely surrounded, but will it make a difference? And here comes the ball. He parks it in. He signs the pocket right there. It's turn 7. The Khemri have finally decided that's it. You press it on in. And it's more push-aways. The rest of the Khemri team is right now getting in position as if it was a one-turn drive, because frankly, that's what this is now. A commendable turn by the Defensive Commission for the Khemri team. They have successfully stopped this drive, but can they stop the air game? It may come down to the blizzard itself. Let's see if Mother Nature is just as much of a cunt as Nuffle is. And something you don't see every day, a Khemri team running away with a purpose. It's more push me, push you. He decides to keep the last player down. It's... And once again, the useless blitz blown on a bonehead. Nothing's going on there. There it is. There's the throw. It's a horrible, horrible throw. He lands on the icy plate, slips out, the ball bounces away. And that is it for the first drive. Khemri team, it's now just trying to swing away. Can they actually remove a player? And good lord, they've got the poor bugger. Removed from the field, cigar shoved right up his keister. He's gone for a while. And there it is. 3 solid hits, an injury, a stun, and now finally the coup de grace. And now he's actually just down for the while. Do the Khemri team even want to put anything else into this? Oh, he's thinking about it. He really is thinking about it. Does he actually want to do a foul? And the answer is yes. Yes, he does. Here he comes. Trampoline time. And it's a horrible foul as his leg breaks off during the jump. And that's all she wrote. 0-0, his surprising first turn. And unfortunately, the Ogre team are going to be out their 2 critical players for the defensive drive. Khemri, it's all on you. But the 1 KO, the just one, might actually be a difference. It actually leaves the Khemri team down a player for this drive. Like we said, there's nothing in the tank. As for the Ogres, they have to bring in 2 reserve Snotlings. Surprisingly conservative game by the Ogre team. Not a single foul has been done yet. And the blizzard continues owling here in Edmonton. It's definitely, they've called in the weather, helping to keep things under control here. But has this been a good expense by the Khemri team? Is this a good idea? Well, so far their view would be, yes indeed, it's a good idea if it limits how far you can throw a Snotling in this game. Alright lads, the ball's away. Once again, the brilliantly designed, it's the kick-off return thrower. And finally, they've changed the weather off. Khemri figure they're done with that bad weather. It's time to get in some good punching, and unfortunately they're starting off with push me, push you. There's another push me, push you. Oh, we can see it here. Risk is the business. This time the Khemri team not wasting any time. They are going in to try and get as many solid hits as they can. And again, nil result. Khemri have definitely decided they have got to score this one quick. Well, that's it for sure hands. It's a rather peaceful and conservative turn there for the Khemri team. But as I said, they are having to now just be as conservative as possible. They have seen craziness happen. And once again, 3rd time, blitz wasted on a bonehead. And again, choosing not to re-roll it. What is going on here? It's like a completely new Ogre couch has shown up for the series. But as said, the Ogres are in a very unique position. They're winning. Finishing on top of the Hooligan Division after the 3-game match here, and now entering into the playoff here for the qualifying spot here. The Ogres can just taste the possibility that if they get in, there might be no stopping them. They're playing harder than a water boy. Meanwhile, behind the scene here, the ball carrier has decided to bring the ball up. It's a very thin screen, but that is very effective in this situation. And once again here, after the last match here, Khemri team incredibly conservative in marking up the opposing team. And here we go again, boneheads once more. As Face Gnome wreaks its ugly havoc, and this is why we always try and tell most coaches here, if you're going to send your players on the field, please get them off the stupid twat. I mean twit. You know what I mean. That's an awful risky attack. One die though. It's a critical injury at this point here. He's down. He's down. Oh, good lord. And the regeneration fails. And he's through on the break tackle too. That could be it. That could have been the play. And of course, more boneheads. But the damage is done. Damage absolutely done. That may be the highlight of the week. I tell you, that was such a swing by Kylo there. He hit him so hard even his ancestors is failing that one. And suddenly, Khemri team scrambling, trying to recover the situation here. It's 1 in 36. Absolutely no love. They have to reroll that. Push me, push you. What solution do they have? And it looks like, yeah, you've got that right. It's a Khemri team doing the equivalent of a potato play. And oh no, the sidestep comes into play. He is definitely risking the young lad, but he's got the Tomb Guardian absolutely pissed up. There's a solid hit. There's a solid fall. His bell's wrong, but he's done his job. Tomb Guardian did not get far on that drive. Here we go. He's peeled all the way. And here they come, pouring in. It's worse than free drinks place at VG's. Everything is showing up to have a free laugh. And there's another one. Solid blow. Solid injury. He's fortunate the regeneration this time finally kicks in. But as we have seen on these broadcasts, it has now taken over 6 straight regeneration rolls for something to finally work. It was a pretty good move in. And he makes the break tackle. He gets him. It's 1 dice. Down he goes. Good night, sweetheart. And finally, Face Gnome takes another effect there in the front line. But damage is definitely done. It's a swarm of ogres. Yes, that's right. It's a swarm. And it's a failed dodge on a risky move. And down he goes. If Bell is even wrong, it's a big debate. Was that a deliberate play? 2 cracks at 1 and 3. Once again, the little buggers pay off in dividends. And wide open. Here we go. Meet me fist. And there's a good solid fisting. And it's right into the hands of all things, the survivor. This is a goblin who has survived all sucking season. He is something you have rarely seen on any kind of ogre team. 12 games, 12 smashes to the ground, and he's still there. And now he's got the fucking ball. It's great. Run, you poor fool, run. And he's running with it. It's lovely. Brings a tear to my eye. Now they formed up cage here. And the ogres still giving what for. Here's another pummeling it. The Tomb Guardian's down. They finally got him off a twit. And he's off. Running escort. What are the Khemri going to do about this one? And again, the dodge, the sidestep. You are seeing something you do not see every day. You are seeing a Khemri team having to scramble everything they've got. And once again, he's having to risk the dodge away. Does not succeed. The Ogres can smell the victory. They finally have to burn a precious reroll. But does it pay off? Yes, it does. Tomb Guardian down for the play. Finally, a blitz does work. And he comes. And it's a good solid hit. That one is down. Frees up 2 more Ogres. Here they come. They said they could not play. People laughed at them all the time. Yeah, here they are, marching with, well, somewhat pride down the field. Snotlings with the football on a possible winning drive. And more Ogres, they're getting stuck in. Yes, it looks like the young one, he's going to get escorted in. Oh, that's a brilliant move suddenly. 2 Khemri team. The light screen in the rear is now completely tied down. And it's definitely not the way he likes it. And again, the Snotlings keep pulling off every miracle they can. And meanwhile, breaking in the rear, finally, a desperate counterattack. He's down, but he's not out. And again, failed dodge by the Khemri team. He's stunned. You know how wrong this game has gone. The Khemri team is attempting dodges. Turn 14. Here come the Ogres. And there's another critical injury. It's flashbacks all over again. The decay. Full effect. Second Tomb Guardian down. This is probably it. If by some miracle the Khemri team does stop this one, they'll be going into the overtime down 2 Tomb Guardians. This is incredibly solid play here by the Ogres. And he gets a good solid hit in. Here comes the young strapping lads. And you can see on the sidelines there, the Ogre coach is feeling his nipples like you wouldn't believe. He is so excited. And finally, he hands it off. He gives it to another one of the young lads. One of the young heroes. It's the last desperate attempt they've got. Does not pay off. I am sorry. I think that's must be it. You are seeing history in the works here. First round of the elimination playoffs, and you can see this right. It looks like the Ogres on the defense are going to score this one back. And the question is now, can they do any more damage? Because every game this Ogre team gets more skill points or more casualties, the worse it's going to be when they arrive, possibly in the final 16. It's also going to make the final playoff game of the Hooligan Division absolutely devastating. Who are they going to face? Another solid backhand across the skull. He's stunned as the dust comes flying out. And at this point here, the Ogres decide they might as well burn a reroll just to make sure people are marked. And of course this cost them a 1 in 36. Well, who said the coach was perfect? Well, that's about it. Yeah, Khemri team, last couple of blows, no rerolls left. And it's a solid hit. He's dead. Quick, give the lad a beer. Oh, well, he's fine now. Oh, the powder of ale. Well, admittedly, for the Khemri team, that had to be a satisfying hit to finally get one away. Push me, push you. Is there anything else left? That's it. Turn 16. In goes the young lad. Well done. It's time for the jazz hands. Survivor indeed. And that it's called. It's 1-0. Advancing forward to the final for the Hooligan Division. Mind Ogre Manor over. Unfortunately, Nuffle cursed. Don't give me the ball, Khemri team. Well, we're going to catch you there next season. We wish the coach best of luck. And as for Mind Ogre Manor, let's find out who you're going to face.